Today we are having another interesting topic, which is a continuation of why marriages no longer last. But it's a part 2 of it. The olden days marriage gave birth to this present day marriage. So you ask me, what is the correlation? You hear some men say, oh, I want to marry a woman like my mom. Ask your mom what she went through in the marriage. Another set of people will say, the women in those days, they endured, they bared, they did this, they did that. Women are beginning to find out that they can actually be happy in marriage. Yeah, marriage is not for one person to be happy. Marriage is for two people to be happy and not to endure it. You are supposed to enjoy marriage. Marriage shouldn't be what you remember and you start having BP. So many children are traumatized from the marriages of their parents. I've heard people who said I will never get married because of what my father did to my mother. I will never get married because of what my mother did to my father. And you are seeing men, they want to marry women like their mother. Can the girl child say the same thing for their father? I want to marry a man like my father. Then you know if you are telling yourself the truth. So many female child will never want to marry a man like their father. So that is where this discussion is coming from. The olden days marriage gave birth to this new generation of women. I've seen women suffer in marriages. I've seen where people get married and they bear and the women, some of them died of HIV that their husband brought home. Because in an African context, a man can never stay with one woman. Not all of them, to be fair to some men. There are still good loving husbands and men out there who were true to their marriages. They are out there, and kudos to you all men who have decided to stay faithful in that marriage. So many women or ladies don't want to live the life of their mothers anymore. So you hear a prayer point of the life of my mother, I will never leave it. Or what my mother went through in marriage, I will never go through. They have vowed to themselves that they will never go through what their mother went through. So when they get married, they are into that marriage with that mindset. Once my husband do this, I am out. Once my man start behaving this way, I am out. Because they saw first-hand experience of what it looks like to be in an abusive marriage. So they are not coming into their own marriage to come and bear what their mother was bearing. So you see some mother-in-laws, they want to come and control their home. And the olden days, women will be in that home while their mother-in-law will come and insult them, fight them, do all sorts of things. And they will still be there. But today, woman have seen that even after all the mother bared, there was nothing good that came out of it for some. So you don't expect people to remain the same way they were 20 years ago, 50 years ago. There is going to be a rebirth. There's going to be a generation that is born out of that struggle. And people who are born out of struggle don't want to remain struggling, except for the brainwashed ones. People have seen people who are married and they died in marriages. People have seen people who have suffered in marriages, and I know so many people who don't want to get married anymore because of what they see even present day women I'm talking to in an African context go through. So they were like, what do you want to tell me about your marriage? Is it not just, if not for the children, what am I doing in marriage? That's what you hear some ladies say. So many women are in marriages because of their children, which is not supposed to be so, because two of you are going to get old and the children are going to leave. So why should a person be in marriage because of their children, which is also a good reason, but that shouldn't be the only reason why they are in that marriage. So the olden days marriages of our parents gave birth to this generation of people. You see the men, they want to emulate their father. My father used to, when my father is, you are giving my father food, my mother has to kneel down till my father finish eating. When my father is talking, everybody go into hiding because my father is talking. What was the ending of your father? What was the outcome of what you are trying to emulate? My father did not stick to one woman. He had other girlfriends. Can you tell me the outcome of your father? Or can you tell me the outcome of your mother? So when you are drawing an analysis, make sure you are choosing the right path that you are going to, which is going to be for the better good of humanity. It's not just you, but the children you are bringing into that lifestyle. So many marriages, so many fathers, so many mothers have rendered their children traumatized from what they saw, from the beating, from the hunger, from the humiliation, from the shame, from the struggles they've seen their mother especially go through. And then this generation of women are telling themselves, I will go and look for money so that I can live freely whenever this man starts misbehaving. And that also has led to a premeditated mindset or ideology in the life of many, forgetting that all men are not the same. So the days of our fathers and our mothers, they gave birth to this generation of people who now saying that there is no gain in suffering. There is no gain in managing somebody who doesn't want to change. And you cannot change anybody. So bear with him, bear with her. It's going to change. It's going to do better. Why don't you change as you come in? Why don't you tell yourself, I am going to change all this thing I'm doing this, but I'm putting effort. Let that effort be seen. So when you say what happened in these days, why is that marriage is not lasting like before? You should be asking yourself that question. If you are truthful to yourself, you will know the reason why it is so. Because so many people have gone through a lot. And when you listen to the stories of people, you will not even believe that such thing can happen. So please, let's make right decision. Because our father did this, it doesn't mean we should continue from where our father stopped. Because our mother did this, we shouldn't continue from where our mother stopped. Let's be better person. If we were raised in an abusive environment, don't abuse other people. Try to make a change. Promise yourself to be a better person. Tell yourself, I will never live the life my father lived. I will never live the life my mother lived. I am going to be a better human being. Not trying to emulate a life because it favored you people, especially the men. They want to keep it going. In those days, many women were not working. They will stay at home, their husband go and work and bring money and they feed the family. Nowadays, many women are working. Many women now knows what their right is. Oh, I hear some people saying, if you know your right too much as a woman, you will never get married. So what you are saying is only foolish women who get married. No, that is not true. Some men see value women who know what they are doing, not the push around ones because they just want to get married. And you staying in marriage because you want it to work doesn't mean you are foolish. So for me, do your best. Don't live the life of other people. Don't live the life of your parents. Don't live the life of anybody you are seeing. Put in your best. Whether you are a man or a woman, try to make it work. You can never get the olden days marriage. You can never get it today. People are outspoken now. Many women buy the marriage not saying anything, but they were on BP medication. They struggled in that marriage. They bear all so that society will not laugh at them. But now nobody cares what society is saying anymore. So you can hear anything that happens in marriage outside. So nobody is willing to shut their mouth anymore and take all the trash from you. So if you want to have a peaceful home, rather than doing comparison with the old days, be a good person. Try and change. If you are trying to change, let that effort be seen that you are trying to change. And definitely you will have a good home. Not making comparison, trying to live the way your father lived. Get close to your father. Ask him what he did. If he will tell you everything, he will definitely tell you, please, my son, don't live my kind of life. He will be humble enough. Even some mothers, they also have stories to tell their children. Some will even tell them, maybe the one that lived recklessly, they can also tell them, don't copy my lifestyle. So don't choose your parents married because you saw them, somebody was enduring. That is the same thing you want for yourself. Go and look at so many fathers that are abandoned today because they made wrong decisions. Thank you for watching and stay blessed.